Hey, what's going on today, guys? This is Barbell Outdoors, and today I got a few hours and I'm pretty close to the river, so just happen to have my kayak and all my fishing gear here. It's actually a beautiful day for July. Well, probably 70 degrees, overcast, water's got a little bit of stain to it, so I'm gonna try for some smallmouth here on the Great Miami. But first, I figured I never really shown you guys what I'm running with on my kayak here. So life vest, my paddle is an Ascend paddle. I'm running with an Ascend 10T. I got my anchor trolley system right here, all my stickers and everything. I always carry a net with me. And then, so I know what you guys want to see is my rods. So just go quickly over, and I might not use all these today, I might. But I have a crankbait rod. It's a Bass X medium moderate with a square bill. That's what I'm normally throwing on the rivers. Here is a 7-1 medium moderate, and then I have a Corrado K 201, yeah, 200. I thought it was a 200, but it's a 201 Corrado K with 12-pound Suffolk Siege monofilament. And then spinnerbaits, buzzbaits, I have another Bass X. This one's a medium heavy 7-1 fast action on a 8-1. Oh, and that's a 6-2, by the way. This is an 8-1 Tatula CT, again 12-pound Suffolk Siege monofilament. There's a Jig Masters buzzbait up here. If you guys don't use Jig Masters, be sure to check them out. This is definitely going to get some use today. And then I have just the crate that I carry my stuff in with the rod holders, forceps, scissors as always. Here, you guys are familiar with this rod, but not this reel. This is a Daiwa Fuego 2500 XH, spooled up with 10-pound Invisex Seagar fluorocarbon. And then this is what I just sort of throw a lot of my grubs and swim baits and things with plastics on a St. Croix 7-foot medium fast action Premier. And there's a Kayak tungsten jig and a Kayak swim bait on there currently. For my Ned rigs, this is pretty much a specifically Ned rig rod. I have, again, 8-pound Seagar Invisex fluorocarbon, Daiwa Legalis 3000 DC, but that's not my only DC. And then a Bill Dance exclusive medium light 610, I think it is. It's a very good Ned rig rod. And then for my drop shots, wackies, and tubes, I have a Fluger President XT limited edition with 10-pound Power Pro and a 10-pound Seagar leader with yeah, tubes, wackies, and drop shots. But today I'm just going to be throwing tubes on it on a Bass Pro Shops Fish Eagle 6.6 medium. Very good rod for wackies and tubes. Really enjoy it for that. And then I have my heavy jig slash swim jig slash frogging rod. That is my Corrado DC 150 XG with 40-pound Power Pro Super Slick. And right here I have a Buckeye mop jig on here with a Z-Man Pro Craw on the back. And yeah, and that's on a Mojo Bass 7.4 heavy fast action. So very good combo for frogs and jigs. And then I showed you my net. I'm not going to go too in depth as for the tackle that I carry with me, but I have my GoPro batteries, terminal tackle, all my plastics are in here. More terminal in this little Gamkatsu box, and then top water box, jig box, spinnerbait box, and crankbait box right here. And then of course I carry, for my tournaments and just in general, I carry a catch board with me, best measuring board you can get. So I'm sick of talking, let's get on the water. Like I said, this water's colder. We've had a cold front come through, so I don't know where I'm gonna find them. Air temperature is warming up today, but the water temperature is still on a steady decrease, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna just be fishing all around this area. I don't have a second person, so it would be very challenging for me to do a whole kayak float, so I'm just gonna be fishing this area like it's a little pond. Start up with the weeds and blah 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 blah. We'll see if we can catch any fish. There's one. There's a nice one. It's probably a catfish. Oh, nice smallmouth on the Ned rig. Oh, that's not a bad one at all. Oh, that really is not a bad one. Get the net. Net. Nice. Okay. Solid 16, 17. Maybe a little bit less, but that's what he ate. Just a Ned-rigged Z-Man TRD bugs, and I'll get a measurement and photo and let him go. That's the benefit of having fish grippers you can put on your kayak, is you can change your GoPro batteries, do whatever, and keep your fish in the water. Oh, he's not nearly 17, he's just a little 13-incher, but man, isn't that beautiful. Nice little 13-inch smallmouth on the Ned rig out of the Great Miami today. Let's let him go. Ah, they always splash me like that. Well, first one came on the Ned rig, so hopefully there's some more that are hungry for the same thing. He came out of this little eddy here, so I think he definitely might have some friends. We're gonna try and dredge him up. Stay tuned. There's a big one. Right thought he'd be in that current seam. Another one on the Ned rig. He's not that... Oh, he might be pretty big. He's probably about the same size as that other one. Oh, no, small. But man, the fight on these guys is truly something else. That's the second one on this little Ned rig TRD bugs. It's a little beaver style Ned rig bait that I've never tried before, but I am definitely satisfied with it so far. And I'm just sitting right here in the eddy side and hitting it in the current seam here and just sort of slowly bouncing that Ned rig along that current seam, and they're picking it up pretty much every time. Oh, there's a nice one. I didn't even feel him. Popped it off a snag and he came up. Doesn't feel like a smallmouth though. It feels like a cat. Definitely feels like a catfish. Let's see. He's taking me for a ride. If this is a smallmouth, I will be amazed. Oh, it's a big flathead. It's a nice flathead. Oh, I really hope I land this one. That's a nice flathead on a Ned rig. Come on. Alright. Man, that is actually a really nice flathead. Woo! Look at that guy. Oh, flathead on a Ned rig. Who would have thunk it? Sweet. Let's get a picture. Alright, so let's get a measurement on this guy. Very solid flathead. This is one of the bigger ones I've caught this year. Put your fin down. Okay, tip to tail, we are looking at a 23 and a 24-inch flathead. That is awesome. Man, what a cool fish. Let's take a picture and let him go. Alright, Mr. Flathead. Oh, very nice. Let's get one final look at him. Hunting out during the day, probably a little bit post-spawn. I'm gonna get one more picture. The colors and the modeling on this guy are absolutely gorgeous. I love catching flatheads on artificials in the river. Awesome. Alright, let's let him go. So that was a really cool catch, and again, That was on just everything today. It's come on the little Ned rigged TRD bugs in hot craw color. Had never used it before, but I'd say it's definitely found a spot in my arsenal after today. 2 smallmouth, one of them pretty decent, and then a actually pretty nice flathead. It is sweet. Anytime, you know, you hook into a catfish when you're bass fishing, I'd say it is 200 times cooler when it's a flathead versus a channel cat. Even though, you know, hey, no hate against channel cats, but flatheads are just that much cooler. You don't see them that often, so anytime you catch one on artificials, it is always a treat. Oh, there's one. Whoa, there's one. About to leave here and figured I'd try with that TRD bugs a little bit longer. Ended up with this little 10-11 incher. Not a bad one at all. Pretty good smallmouth. I mean, they fight so crazy for their size, you know. Even one like that, you know, is just a real joy to catch. So I'm gonna try to get some more and then do outro, head out of here. All right, well guys, that's gonna be the end of it. I'm back where I started. I just fished this whole general area around here, caught 3 smallmouth and a pretty nice sized flathead. I gave you guys a breakdown of my gear. Again, I'm on the Great Miami, and yeah, it's a pretty nice day. It's starting to get a little bit more hot and humid, so I'm ready to go home and get some dinner. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. See you later.